Kabak Dolması, or Stuffed Pumpkin, from The Book of Travels by Evliya Çelebi, 1666. When this humble one was in that land of Circassia, there arose such a tumult as if the day of judgment had come. Thunder roared, lightning split the heavens, and the sky became a dark and dreadful night. Then the heavens caught fire, and the murky night turned into a bright day. We asked the Circassians what this meant, and they said, "By God, once a year, on these dark Karakonjolos nights, the Circassian oburs and the Abkhazian oburs rise into the air and wage a great battle. Go outside and see for yourselves. Do not be afraid." So it turns out that obur means sorcerer or witch. So we, 70 or 80 men, took our arms and went out from our lodges. Then we saw, from behind Mount Obur, came the Abkhazian witches, flying through the air astride enormous uprooted trees and upon barrels, and 1,000 other strange things. Each was borne aloft, and from within Mount Habesh, the Circassian witches came out likewise, their hair loose and wild, their teeth like ivory tusks, fire streaming from their eyes, noses, ears, and mouths like the masts of ships. Some rode hollowed-out tree trunks, some upon the carcasses of horses and oxen, some upon the corpses of camels, and they held in their hands snakes and dragons, ropes, and the skulls of men, horses, and camels. Thus the Abkhazian and Circassian witches met in the air and clashed together. Then arose such a dreadful shrieking and wailing that our ears were deafened, and fear seized every one of us. Our horses, terrified by the falling fire and tumult, began to bolt, and we barely restrained them. Then 7 Circassian witches and 7 Abkhazian witches seized one another and fell to the ground, each with their head thrust between the neck of her foe. The Circassians ran to them. Of the 2 Circassian witches, one had her blood drunk by an Abkhazian witch and died, but 5 of each survived. The bodies of the Abkhazian witches who had drunk the blood were seized and burned by the Circassians on the spot. In short, the battle of those 2 tribes of witches continued until the roosters crowed. So great was their combat and uproar in the sky that no tongue could describe it, nor pen record it. In truth, I had once been greatly skeptical of such tales, but many among our soldiers saw it with their own eyes and were astonished. Yet the Circassians swore an oath, saying, "In 40 or 50 years, never have we seen the oburs battle so fierce as this." At other times, 5 or 10 of them might fight on the ground with their carts and jars, and sometimes they would rise into the air. But this night was a marvel indeed. Happy Halloween.